Yep.
Super excited this week to have a conversation with Dr. Craig Revermann out of Breeze, Illinois, who is the Illinois Chiropractic Society's president for 2026. And this gives us a chance to really talk about leadership, the ICS, and everyday practice, and what it means for you, and all of these things. So, Dr. Revermann, you've been a part of the ICS and the ICS leadership team for a really long time, but it really starts from a personal place. So, my question is really to kind of kick things off. Why has it been so important to you to be a part of the Illinois Chiropractic Society, not just as a member, but also what's kept you engaged over the course of the last however many years it's been that you've been a part of the leadership team?
Good question, Mark. So, yeah, I've been an ICS member for coming up on 20 years now, and I attend the conference in Chicago. And I remember one year, specifically in 2017, when one of their goals was 18% in 2018. So they wanted 18% of the population seeing a chiropractor by the year of 2018. And I just thought that number was really, really low, and it just kind of made me think about it a little bit more, because I felt like a lot of our community, our patients, seek chiropractic care, and but then it also kind of, I was inspired by a lot of the current board members and the current leadership, and it made me want to get involved. And I really think a lot of it is just it's showing up, showing up at conventions, showing up and being there to advocate for our profession and to help each other out. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about networking, and we get to know each other, know each other's practices, get to know each other's tricks of the trade of the way things work, and you get to meet fellow like-minded individuals, and that's probably been my biggest reward is the friendships I've made through the colleagues that attend.
Yeah, and you brought up a couple of things. One is the 18%, right? And it is low, but it's really based on. And by the way, if you're watching this and you've never read Malcolm Gladwell's The Tipping Point, would encourage you to do that. It's a great read from a leadership perspective. It's a great read anyway. But it talks about that tipping point, the difference in something being just something you adopt early on or something that becomes more mainstream, is right at about that 18% mark. And so that's what that target was. But you said something else I like to focus and hone in on, and that is it's that being present. It's being there. And the hallway conversations and all of these things. And I get the privilege of traveling to a number of different events for the Illinois Chiropractic Society and for the profession across the country. And the relationships that are established and grown during that time frame are absolutely invaluable and incredibly important to be a part of, and you want to make sure that you are present. So that is super key, and thanks for bringing that up, because I think it's super important as well. So here's something else I want to ask you, Doc, and I always want to know this. So a lot of doctors hear about the ICS, but they don't know what it really looks like in real life. If you talk to doctors who aren't involved in the ICS, who are not members, what do you tell them that they're missing in their day-to-day practice? How would it impact them if they were a part of the ICS in their day-to-day practice?
And I think that's two questions. Number one, for those that are not members, the value of being a member is actually invaluable. I mean, the amount of continuing education at your fingertips, the advocacy that our leadership team. We have a great leadership team when it comes to our doctors, but the staff at the ICS is second to none, and they're known on a nationwide basis. I mean, with our yourself, Mark, as an executive director, you do a fantastic job, but your team does a wonderful job at giving us the ability to practice every day and protect our rights as chiropractors. That's one of those things that just you're just unconscious of the fact that we take it for granted that happens every day. And I appreciate that about the Illinois Chiropractic Society. But on the flip side, I mean, when it comes to other like member value and just the Statusfy for a compliance standpoint. I mean, that came just within the last several years. Practice Sync when it comes to billing and so forth. It's developed by the Illinois Chiropractic Society. The AI with Paxson. I mean, just within the last couple of years, that's come about. I mean, there's just so many things evolving with great leadership, and again, I think back of the past presidents and past officers, and with the ICS and the friendships I've made. I still reach out to these people on a daily basis, and I text them, email them, call them. You just got resources, and at the end of the day, it goes down to you get out of the ICS what you put into it. And I just feel like, getting more engaged is a challenge I would make to our members for 2026. So
Yeah, and we want that. And it's funny because we talk about these things all the time as a staff team to make sure that we're not replacing the human side of us, right, with technology. Although we are huge technological adopters, we really believe it's a critical part of how we can serve our doctors, our members across the state. But we also never want to lose that personal connection. One of my favorite times, it is my favorite time of year, is when we're able to get together at our conference in the Chicagoland area, or when I'm able to sit down with our members and just have those conversations about what's happening in their practice and what do things look like for them directly. But to see people face to face and have these conversations, it really is, it's phenomenal. And all of those things that you mentioned, right, are all in many ways technologically driven, especially when you start talking about Statusfy and you start talking about Paxson, which is our AI, and that is specifically trained for Illinois chiropractic physicians. So if you haven't used either one, it is pretty fantastic. In fact, we've had two different members reach out to us. I don't think I've told you this, over the last 2 weeks, talking about how important the Statusfy component has become for them and how much it has done for them. One of them saying it is the best, that it is the best HIPAA compliance, although it's a whole lot more than just HIPAA compliance, but
yes.
The HIPAA compliance platform that they have used yet. And I would say this, and the other side is another one that reached out and said that they didn't realize, they kept avoiding using the Paxson integration with Statusfy. But he sent an email almost immediately after he started using it saying, I cannot believe how easy it makes all of these complicated compliance tasks. And so that has been huge. And I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to even ask you, what are you most proud of over the last couple of years? But I think you just touched on it. Some of these really cool things that have come out. But we still, even with all of the technological advances, we still really do appreciate our members reaching out to us and calling and use the technology. It's there for a reason, but don't ever hesitate to reach back out to us as well. So,
Well, to liken it to just our everyday practice, I mean, technology. I mean, we utilize technology to be more efficient in the way we deliver care to our patients, through scheduling, through billing, through prescription of exercise to show them how to do it and monitor. It makes our lives more efficient. You and I are having a conversation via Zoom right now versus me
right.
driving 2 hours to meet you live. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the personal connection, but the one thing that's not going away is our profession is very hands-on. We interact with people on a day-to-day basis. That's what we do. We palpate our patients. We adjust our patients. Majority of us adjust our patients manually, but you have that personal interaction with them. And really, it should be no different for your colleagues. I mean, you have to have that personal interaction with one another. You grow more professionally the more you have those personal interactions. I mean, think of it like when you're treating your patients. I mean, the more you get to know your patients, the better you understand your patient. The more you educate your patient, the more compliant they are with what they do. It makes your day better. I think the more you get involved in the ICS, it makes your profession better, and it makes it more fun for you as an individual. So just professional growth at the end of the day. So.
Right. So I've got one for you. I mean, you are now the Illinois Chiropractic Society president. As you look ahead to the next year or so, what is something that you believe is coming for ICS members that genuinely excites you and makes you optimistic?
Oh, there's so many things come down the pike, but Yeah, actually, I'm going to just kind of veer off a little bit. Is
Shoot, veer off.
I want to make our members know that this year is our 100-year anniversary of the Illinois Chiropractic Society. So we're having an event this summer. I got to check the dates on my calendar. It should be
July 30, I'll
July.
help you out. July 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd. And the gala, the big celebration is
Yes, I
actually
should have that
the night of the first.
on
Yeah.
top of my head.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be,
I have it booked on my calendar. Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
here's what I would say about
Well, it
that.
just
Sometimes
allows us to kind of celebrate our association.
yeah, well, and it's more than that. I think it's important to celebrate because we don't. And I think we fail
Mhm.
at this at the ICS a lot. I know our doctors miss this as well. We get so focused on some of the pressures that we have and the heaviness of practice or the heaviness of how fast everything seems to be moving right now. And we forget to celebrate the small wins. Well, this is actually a big win. 100 years is a lot, and it's more than just for the association. It's really celebrating the chiropractic profession and where we're going. We've structured this differently. We've structured it more like a celebration where we're tying in practice management, how to build your practice, something to involve your team and staff in. We're bringing somebody in that's actually from outside of the country. It's going to be a phenomenal time. It's going to be super exciting. The educational component is going to be super smart to help our doctors build and become better inside their practices. And not the typical type of education that we do, but also the celebrations with golf and with
Yep.
with the Chiro Connect, which is like a job fair we're going to do, and then the huge 100-year celebration that Saturday night is also going to be tremendous. And it all comes back to also getting it together and being able to have those hallway conversations that I think are going to be tremendous as well. I think that is something to look forward to and be optimistic about. This profession's been around for a very long time. It's not going anywhere. That's the optimism in this, right? That's the celebration. And I'm excited for that as well, Doc. I really am.
Me too. Yeah, yeah. We're bringing some of our team up. I'm bringing my family up. I mean, I'm looking forward to spending the weekend with colleagues and just kind of getting a little recharge, if you will. I mean, I think that's one thing that's key to attending events is it really kind of recharges your battery a little bit. It gets your mindset and focused back on what you originally went to school to do back in the day, because let's face it, we all have our stresses, we all have our problems in practice. And honestly, that probably is one of the best benefits of being an ICS member. When you have those struggles, when you have those problems, you have the ICS to reach out to help you solve those problems and fix those problems. It's just and again, it's a huge member value to be able to pick up the phone and call, to be able to if you're sitting there at 2 o'clock in the morning stressing over something, log into your account and ask Paxson. I mean, you're going to get a pretty thorough answer, just through AI. So, again, just so much value to such a small dollar amount every month for your membership. So,
Doc, we appreciate it. Actually, I was going to ask you what mindset. Yeah, because I think sometimes we think leadership is all about the decisions, but it isn't. Sometimes it's more about how people feel as well, right? So, and I think you may have already answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What mindset during your presidency do you hope that ICS members are able to take away? When everything seems to be really pressured and heavy, what's the mindset that you hope that our members are able to walk away with?
um, oh man, you stumped me there a little bit, Mark. You were kind
Well,
of cutting out a little bit when you were asking
and
the
so what?
question, so
Sorry if I
I
did. I
didn't
may have
even.
cut out. So let me say it again to make sure. So,
Okay.
what's the mindset with everything going on, with everything moving so quickly, with the pressures and the heaviness, and we can even talk about the terrible I word in insurance, right? But with all of those challenges that are
Mhm.
happening, there's still so much to be optimistic about, like you just talked about, even. What's the mindset that you hope that our members, that ICS members, can really walk away from at the end of your presidency? What do you hope that they feel?
I want someone who just walked across the stage from graduated from chiropractic school to interact with someone who's been practicing for 40 years. Okay. And everyone in between, to be able to help one another out through the struggles. Someone who's just coming out who may have I'll take my kids, for instance. Okay, my kids are both in college right now. When it comes to technology, they always hear me screaming and cussing and this, that, and the other when I'm struggling with it. They're a good resource to help me through a lot of these things, these younger ones coming out. But on the I guess in essence is I want everyone to kind of understand the history, be aware and present, and plan for the future.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah,
helps
no,
to
I think
kind
it's
of summarize.
fantastic. It's about the optimism, right? It's about that where things are going, and this is good. It's going
Yeah.
good. It just seems heavy in the moment. Brene Brown calls it the messy middle, right? And things are going to be fantastic, and I think that's what I hear from you, and that's what we talk about a lot, Doc, when you and I chat
Yes.
and discuss is that things are really messy now, but we can see where they're going and how phenomenal they're going to be for the chiropractic profession, and most importantly for our patients, as you and as your colleagues help bring them back to health.
Well, and back on that too, like when you talk about the leadership team, it is exciting to know that I talk about the past, I talk about the present, and I talk about the future. The past leaders in our profession, the past leaders of our Illinois Chiropractic Society have been phenomenal to set the stage and put things in motion. Presently, we got a great team of people. I look forward to our planning sessions, every quarter where we discuss our pillars, like the membership value and the strong advocacy voice, the practice vitality, visionary leadership. Those are our pillars that we're really trying to work together on as a team. But then also the future. Like we're truly looking for people who want to be involved in the ICS, who want to get involved and bring something to the table. And at the end of the day, I mentioned earlier, it's just showing up, volunteering, saying, hey, you know what? I believe in service. I want to provide I want to volunteer to help this association become better. And the best way we do it is just to kind of be, where we expose yourself. I mean, we all deal with problems on a daily basis. Be vulnerable, just throw it out there, because chances are the guys sitting and ladies sitting across the room for you are sitting in the same boat where they've dealt with this problem and they found a way to overcome it, and now they're going to help you overcome it. And if we all work together, and it's strength in numbers. I mean, the more members we have, the stronger we are, the more we can help one another to succeed in 2026 and beyond.
Yeah, super excited, Doc. Thank you for how much time you give, and I want to give you that thank you, because I think that gets missed a lot of time. A lot of times with our leadership team, there's no personal anything. This is all give, and the amount of effort that you and the rest of our board gives and has given over the course of the last decades, if you will, or really 100 years. It is really quite remarkable. So I want to say thank you for the amount of time that you give, for your ministry of presence, if you will, for being there for other people and being present in those moments and having those conversations. Thanks for today. Thanks for having this conversation and talking about the future, as well as the past. For those who are still are listening in and watching this, we want to say thank you from the Illinois Chiropractic Society, both Dr. Revermann and I. Thank you for being a part. Thank you for who you are, and thank you for what you do for your patients. And we're really looking forward to a phenomenal 2026. And we'll catch you next week.